Hello, what is up everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you're having a good day. Today I'm going to talk about Doctor Who. Like I wouldn't. Doctor Who is obviously my favorite TV show, and if you're watching, you already know that obviously, but if you're the first time here, well, hello, welcome to my channel. I guess today I'm going to talk about Doctor Who, like I just told you. Yes, lately the Doctor Who seasons have been popping off really well. Obviously, with Doctor Who season 2 just making absolute bangers of episodes, obviously featuring Ncuti Gatwa and also Vrada Sethu as Belinda Chandra, which is really nice. Obviously, Ncuti Gatwa plays the 15th Doctor, but there are leaks and rumors and speculations that he might leave the show. Is this true or not? We'll discuss it today in this video. Let's go, let's talk about it. So, you're probably wondering, well, Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor, he's having a great run already, and it would be sad for him to actually leave the show. But Mail Online and The Sun, especially The Sun, damn, all my homies hate The Sun, and Cinema Blend and Radio Times have all been talking about, obviously these are news articles or news broadcasters or news channels, they all talk about Ncuti Gatwa leaving the role. But that's not true. The BBC themselves, like the big bosses themselves that actually fund Doctor Who and make Doctor Who and create Doctor Who, they say, no, this is total fiction. Which I really appreciate of them for actually saying that. So it's actually really good and really great that Ncuti Gatwa might be staying. Obviously now, by the time you're watching this, the newest episode of Doctor Who has already been released, which is obviously the Reality War. I'm making this video before that episode, before the last episode of season 2, but I just wanted to talk about my opinions and my thoughts about his presence leaving the show and what impact that would have obviously for the future and the future seasons obviously. But it's luckily not. Obviously Ncuti Gatwa might be staying, but still there are people that don't believe it. So let's look at a possible leak slash rumor slash, I guess, truth in a way. I'm not quite sure. Let's just talk about this leak, I suppose. Spoiler warning, I'm not quite sure, but it's something that might not be true, but you never know. Doctor Who and Ncuti Gatwa. Ncuti Gatwa is a very busy man, obviously a very busy actor. He played in Barbie and now in Doctor Who and Sex Education. He's a very busy man and I really love the guy. I would hate it for him to actually leave the show. But obviously, Doctor Who has been running for 60 plus years. It can already exist without the famous people that we know, obviously. And don't tell me David Tennant is going to return for Doctor Who. He isn't, man. He isn't. I don't think they will bring him back shortly. I think maybe when the TV show of Doctor Who makes it 100th birthday or something, maybe then he will return. But dude, that guy has been in literally everything in Doctor Who, obviously, so I don't think he will return in the coming future. So take this leak with a grain of salt. Obviously, like I just told you, we have the r/Doctor Who news. There's this person who actually says, I have this leak. The leaker basically just confirmed that the 16th Doctor will be played by Billy Piper. Leaker Andrew is, I don't know, who has so far got everything correct, recently teased something in the comment section of the Confused Adipose video. Hey, I know that guy. I watch him. So there we go. Anyway, something relating to the 16th Doctor. He says, yes, but I don't think the casting of 16 indicates or confirms the renewal for season 3 with 16 in it. It seems more like stunt casting to round off RTD2 and kind of wrap up the new Who era by bringing it full circle. Obviously, RTD2 is Russell T Davies, taking the helm of Doctor Who yet again for the second time, and that's why they call it RTD2. It's not, it's not named after R2D2 from Star Wars, guys. No, it's just Russell T Davies, Part 2. The 2 standing for 2. Anyway, but You also saw Billy Piper. I'm going to talk about that in just a sec. But yeah, Confused Adipose, brilliant man. Love the guy. He's a really great YouTuber and a big inspiration for me. But anyway, we have this comment obviously saying the same thing. Yes, but I don't think the casting of 16 indicates or confirms a renewal for season 3 with 16 in it. It seems more like a stunt casting, blah blah blah, yap. Okay, to round off R2D2 and kind of wrap up the new Who era by bringing it full circle. Obviously, is this all true? Probably not. Probably not. But I think this leaker, this Andrew guy, got the by generation right, got the fugitive doctor right, obviously telling the world that fugitive doctor will be in the Doctor Who season, which is really bizarre. And obviously it might be an inside man, you know, who worked for the show, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe not. Maybe I'm not quite sure. Like, I don't really normally talk about leaks and rumors because I want to have a fresh mind for the coming episodes or the coming stories. But yeah, you're probably wondering, well, who is Billie Piper? Well, first of all, Billie Piper is an English actress and former singer. So there we go. She was like a famous singer in the 90s or something, which is very interesting. Piper appeared in the BBC One science fiction series Doctor Who as Rose Tyler. And for the new audiences here, Rose Tyler is the Doctor's companion back in 2005, and Billie Piper, she's like pretty much the most famous companion of the entire New Who era, obviously being the first one after the cancellation from the 80s, and then 15 years later, we have this renewal with Billie Piper and Christopher Eccleston as the Doctor and Rose. Obviously, very, very interesting. Billie Piper, she's a great actress, also great singer, I suppose. I haven't really listened to a lot of her music, but she's really been popping off with her acting skills. She earned a BAFTA nomination for Best Actress in 2021 and 2023, and Piper has starred in 5 plays since 2007 and won the 2017 Laurence Olivier Award for Best Actress in a Leading Role in a Play for her performance in Yarma, described as a generation's best. Damn, I mean, she's wonderful, man. I could see her as the Doctor, bringing it obviously full circle like the comment and the leak told us. It would be very interesting to see because the Doctor has been, you know, his regeneration isn't really always that, I would say, familiar to him. Obviously, for example, Peter Capaldi's Doctor had the same face as a person that he actually, or that the Doctor actually helped back in Pompeii. Obviously, David Tennant's Doctor helped this Roman guy, this Italian guy out, or whatever, played by Peter Capaldi. And years later, Peter Capaldi was cast as the Doctor, and actually incorporating that into his story was wonderful to see. Obviously, that's obviously the best thing about Doctor Who. Anything can happen. So if obviously Billie Piper would be returning for Doctor Who, she might be returning for the Doctor. I don't think Rose Tyler will appear again. I don't think that's a possibility because Rose Tyler is stuck in another reality. I'll explain that. So later, in the midst of Davros plots to obliterate existence, Rose unites with the Doctor and his companions Donna, Martha, Jack and Sarah Jane in Season 4 of Doctor Who to make a stand against him and his army of Daleks. In the midst of the battle, a part-human Doctor, the Meta-Crisis Doctor, is created and destroys the Daleks. Doctor returns Rose to the parallel universe along with Jackie and the Meta-Crisis Doctor. Rose challenges the Doctor to say the words he did not say to her during their previous farewell. The Doctor does not answer, but the Meta-Crisis Doctor whispers the words in her ear, and Rose kisses him. The Doctor retreats, leaving Rose behind to live with the Meta-Crisis Doctor in the closing scenes of The End of Time. So there we go. Very interesting. Just prior to his regeneration, the Doctor travels to Rose's holding estate in the first minutes of 2005. He speaks to her from the shadows, asking her what year it is. She tells him it is January 1st, 2005. The Doctor promises her that she will have a really great year. Obviously, bring that also full circle, obviously with the Christopher Eccleston run with Doctor Who. Piper returned although, or I guess, returned for the show's 50th anniversary episode, The Day of the Doctor, and the third team as the interface of a sentient weapon of mass destruction known as the Moment. The War Doctor, played by John Hurt, intends to end the raging Time War by using the Moment to destroy both the Daleks and the Time Lords, using Rose's appearance, actually giving him, I guess, some kind of spoilers for his future. Obviously, the War Doctor is placed before Dave Tennant's Doctor, or before Christopher Eccleston's Doctor, and obviously it kind of messes up with time there, but okay. So the Moment attempts to pursue him to seek an alternative course of action against, obviously, Time Lords. Very interesting. So you're probably wondering, and circling it back to Ncuti Gatwa's run, obviously things aren't really sure, because Disney Plus is also actually budgeting, holy shit, that's a difficult word. Anyway, are actually financing the Doctor Who seasons, and I should have used that as a synonym. Yeah. Damn, okay, anyway, I'm using too many sophisticated words here. That's also a very difficult word. Why am I using these words? Okay, anyway, Disney Plus is actually financing the new Doctor Who seasons, and it's really fun because thanks to them, we have a lot more budget, and a lot of stranger things can happen now in Doctor Who, which is really nice. Like the Eurovision Song Contest, I think without Disney Plus's budget, you couldn't have really made that episode, right? Or you could have, but not the way it was actually designed, if that makes sense. Anyway, so yeah, very interesting. Obviously, Ncuti Gatwa, I just hope he won't leave anytime soon. Maybe just one more or two more seasons. I don't really want to stretch his era out, but I think after 3 seasons, it's okay. You know, Ncuti Gatwa is a very talented actor, and I wish him the best of luck, obviously, in the future. But I think people, or the persons after him, would also be very interesting to see. Like, if it were to be Billy Piper or someone else, like, I would love to see Nathaniel Curtis, the guy from It's a Sin. I really liked him because we've never had like a doctor or like a person who looked like sort of him, which is very interesting. I would also love to see like Richard Gadd, best known for Baby Reindeer. That would be a very interesting Doctor. But I would love to see another woman, like Emily Wood from Sex Education. It would be like obviously a Sex Education Doctor Who era then, but Ncuti Gatwa was also from the same TV show. Hell, you know what? Cast all 4 of the Red Dwarf actors, like the 4 characters. Sorry, no, I'm just having too much fun with actually trying to think who might be the new Doctor. But no, I think, like, imagine like the Doctor would quadruple by generate into 4 different persons, all 4 being like the Doctor. Sorry, I'm having too much fun here. Or you know what? Let's cast Walton Goggins as the new Doctor, guys. Holy shit, I love him in Fallout. So yes, anyway, this is a joke, obviously. But Emily Wood, I think she has a sort of charisma to her. She's funny, I would say, but she's also very serious, and I would love to see her. But obviously, time will tell, especially with Doctor Who, because a lot of things can happen, and a lot of things won't happen, obviously. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye, everyone.